Have you ever felt like something was missing deep in the core of your soul? Have you ever wondered if your life was meant for something bigger? Consumed with stress and the worries of the world that seem so overwhelming, questioning if God can even hear your prayers or if He's abandoned you in the stagnant pond of your life. What if I told you that you could follow the river and you could find a way to a world where your dreams still exist? So if you're tired of being trapped by your own fears, doubts, and self-destructive behaviors, you can join Will and Marie as they journey into the unknown, searching for new answers, new blessings, and new purpose in the deep waters.
We ain't got much time. Hi guys, we're back. I am Marie Purnell.
I'm always laughing when I come on here. It's because she says something slick right before I turn on the camera. So I just look silly. And then she'll be all professional. Hi guys. While I'm up here bagging up.
Sorry y'all.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
It is. It's how we are. They know that already. By now that you should know.
This is Marie Purnell.
We on version 25 or something like that.
From Walking in Your Woman.
Why you do me like this though? Okay. Hi guys, I'm Marie Purnell from Walking in Your Woman, the founder and CEO, and this is Will Singleton.
From Essential-Core Foundations. Cool.
ECF.
Whew. And so, last
segment, yeah.
We were talking about spiritual entitlement, and we ended it with the phrase iron sharpens iron, and Marie said that is a great segue for the next topic. And the next topic, so I gotta clear my throat.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is about men. Okay. Marie wanted me to have a man do this with me, but
I get
I
to
prefer
do
Marie.
the woman's point of view.
Well, yeah, because you know what, we will probably have a man eventually in the future. His first name starts with a T, just so you know.
Last initials a B.
Right.
Anything else.
He does the Uncomfortable Truth podcast. Any more hints?
Woo.
But I wanted to talk about the silent nature of men and how that is messing up every relationship, including their relationship with their Heavenly Father.
Yeah, it does.
And I was telling Marie, I said, the more I thought about this, the more I look at, in the Bible, how Adam was the first silent brother. And how, and I know a lot of people know the story of Adam and Eve. Eve ate the apple, but Eve was being talked to. The serpent was spitting game at her.
Oh yeah.
For some time.
Yeah.
And since it's only Adam and Eve in the garden, you wonder why Adam didn't speak up.
Speak up. That is the absolute
truth. Even when she offered the apple, he just took it.
Yeah.
And didn't say anything.
And really should have.
Right.
And really should have. And let me just tell y'all why. Because that would have allowed us to be in such a position of great humility and in such a position of great reverence all at the same time. Knowing that we are protected and that we are covered and that don't make me go get my man. Because he is not afraid of you. Like, that's the man that we really want in our lives. However, when they become that man in our lives, tell me the reason why we take the moment to shut him down. I'm just being real.
I'm telling you, it's real. And I want to talk deeper on it probably in other episodes, because it's real scary, fascinating for me to see how men and masculinity has been slowly degraded and disassembled throughout history. You know,
crazy.
I mean, if you just look at the sitcoms,
Yeah.
you know, I can't think of any positive role models today on TV that aren't a joke.
You're right.
Seriously, right. And it makes me angry when I think about it.
God.
You know, because the last positive role model that I could relate to was in Good Times.
Oh my God, I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah,
I can't believe. I was gonna say the exact same thing.
I remember that father.
Man, James played no games.
He didn't play no games.
He played no games with those kids, and they knew that.
Right, and yet it was such a cool dynamic between him and what was the wife named Martha? Was it Martha?
What? Florida. What's wrong with you, Martha? Who the .com is that?
That was Martha.
Florida.
Anyways, the lady's name.
Florida Evans.
They had such a great dynamic because
they did. And she respected him.
She had wisdom, and he would receive it.
Yeah.
But he also would say, you know, this is where the buck stops.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear what you say.
Out, yo.
Right. You know, and they respected each other.
Yeah.
But the thing that you don't see today is that man spoke.
Yeah. And he did not hold his tongue at any moment.
He didn't have no problems talking to his daughter, to his wife, to the crazy neighbor, to the cousins, to the That's so crazy.
That's so crazy that we both had the exact same example.
Right.
Because I was gonna say, man, James didn't play no games.
He didn't play no games.
Getting our belt out, and they absolutely knew they did not play. They didn't even try to get over on Florida. You hear me? Because she was so wise.
Yeah, and she wasn't a weak woman.
No, she was not at all.
She was
Think
a strong
about what he just
woman.
said. It does not mean that when you allow your husband to be the head that he's supposed to be, that doesn't take away your strength. It doesn't take away who you are as a woman. Remember the Proverbs 31 woman? She was a bad chick. Oh, let's go back to Deborah. Okay? She was a whole judge. But she also knew who her husband was as the king. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, how did I get to a position in my own life where my husband seems at times like he just don't really have too much to say? And I handled a lot of that. And this is never to take away from my husband, because don't get it twisted, he's still the king of that household. But however, there were times when he just wouldn't say much, and I would step in because I didn't think that he would be able to handle the situation.
And let me tell you, I see how that's happened, especially in the Black community.
Yeah.
Through, I mean, if we go back to slavery, where the Black man was literally destroyed in front of the family to destabilize it. There were books on this. It's called the Willie Lynch letter.
Yeah.
How to destroy the Black people and keep them enslaved forever. I mean, it's real.
The Willie Lynch letter.
It's really diabolical and
make sure we put that down.
Crazy. But then after that, you know, and we can go to the systematic racism and how Black men were arrested for marijuana, blah 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 blah. How there's liquor on every corner, da 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 da. But mind you, we still made the choice.
Still made the choice.
You know, and so when Black men were taken out of the family, whether they were imprisoned or they left for whatever reason, Black women, strong Black women,
we had to step up our game.
Stepped up. Okay.
Yeah.
So when Black men started coming back into the picture, you know, later on,
we have been doing this all along. Where you come from?
We didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, and
we didn't know how to make this work. Yeah. And so often I see Black men, mostly because they haven't had a strong male role model, look to their strong women for permission to be a man. And that doesn't work.
It don't work like that, because now we try and figure out, so you can't handle this.
Right.
I'm just being.
You're looking for a man, and you need to give you permission to be a man. That doesn't work.
You can't handle me.
You need to know.
Listen.
You're already a man.
Yeah.
And that your voice, your presence, is
it matters.
Oh my God, it matters so much.
It matters.
It matters.
Talk about iron sharpening iron.
That's where I'm going. See, we right here today. But that's how the iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, it does. Especially husband and wife.
Right.
The kids cannot manipulate a darn thing, because they say, don't talk it up. Don't. If you ask mom, we might be okay. If you ask dad, you can probably forget it.
And here's the thing, it doesn't mean we always agree.
Right.
But because we We come from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way to understand the whole situation.
Right.
You see it from your way, I'm seeing it from my way.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is probably here in the middle somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But because men have deleted themselves to go the road of silence instead of the spoken word.
Yeah. And they are it. I'm telling you, they are it.
You know, I mean, I remember in the beginning, you know, of my second marriage, that things weren't working out financially. I wasn't getting paid for like 6 months because of a glitch with the insurance companies, and I just kept saying it's gonna work out. I didn't know how, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I said it's gonna work out. I said it so much that when I started to go down with depression, my wife and the rest of the family started repeating my words back to me.
Come on now, that's what I'm. That's
right.
Sharpening
That's
arm.
right. That's right. They picked up the ball.
Yeah.
You know, William is down. We need to pick him up and say, "Hey, baby, it's gonna work out."
Okay.
Right.
And that's what a family is supposed to be. That's a family component. So I know we talked a lot about us as a Black people, but there's also races that have to deal with this as well. So don't think that we're trying to. You know,
I was just going from.
We know what we live.
What happened and how.
Yeah.
You know, the dynamics were in just that culture.
But I'm just telling you, there are women that are of other races that have to deal with the same thing. And it's hard when that man comes back into their lives and they've been
he's
doing
silent
this all this time and he's silent. Or I don't even want to talk about it, but it could become abusive. Because they're trying to beat you down to say, "Hey, I am the man." This is a whole other subject. Don't get me, you know, I'm not trying to go too deep into this, but that could go into a whole nother
sometimes so if a man is silent too long, it will turn into anger.
Yeah, exactly.
And men know how to be angry.
Yes, they do.
You know, period.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
You know, we will explode after, and it happens after so much time. We'll just start exploding. And this is white men, black men, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. You know, if we are silent too long, that jump will shift into a burning, raging inferno.
I'm laughing so hard because I just had this conversation with my best friend, and she said there's two speeds. We're gonna be in first, or we're gonna go straight to fifth gear.
Right.
And that's how men can, you know, I'm telling you, we just had this conversation. And so I'm just thinking about that. If we allow our men to be who they're called to be by God, they were ordained first, okay? They were here first, okay? So in this particular part of our lives, it's time to allow them to be who they are called to be. And let me tell you, when you humble yourself and allow him to be that man, your life will change dramatically.
And let me add
beautifully.
Let me add to that. We don't need permission to be a man because we already are. And we have, if my menfolk don't recognize that, no one else is.
No one else is.
You can give him permission to be a man all you want. But if he doesn't know who he
doesn't walk
is,
fully in that,
he's never going to embrace it and understand it and walk in that authority.
Well, I think also you guys need each other in such a way too. Like, don't get me twisted up.
Yeah, you're right.
We can do all things women. But when it comes to you guys need to
come together more.
Come together more. Seriously. I mean, you guys need to be able to build each other up. You need to be able to say, "Look, yo, I'm having a situation over here. Bro, you either brother come get me, or you brother I need you to be in prayer for me." Whatever.
Yeah, there's a men's breakfast once a month at Oak Ridge that I've been attending.
Really?
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you that.
No.
My fault. But it's been phenomenal.
Right.
To just get together with other men, and we do Bible lesson and we talk and we get current news and different volunteer opportunities, and it's just such a great time for me to be around other men who want to try to do the right thing. And
it builds character.
Yeah. It
builds such a different stamina amongst yourselves. I mean, it's like with us walking in your woman. What I've been watching God do has been totally phenomenal. Don't get it twisted. There are men on there, but they're not allowed to say anything just yet.
Yes, I'm one of those.
But right now, this is just for us, for walking in your woman. But that does not take away from moments where we're going to be like when we're in conference, they're going to be men speaking. They're going to be men that you can talk to or hear from. Listen, I cannot run a woman's world, but it ain't worth it to me.
Here's such the difference. It's like your group for women exploded literally overnight.
Oh my God, I can't even talk about it.
I can't tell you
how
hard it would be for me to start a men's group like that online. I've got, I think, 5 men in my Savage Sobriety group.
That's it?
I think so. I might have a few more, but I have way more women.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Way more women on there than men.
That's very true. That's very true.
Because men do not know the powerful, motivating, encouraging, healing effect of being around other brothers.
Of being around other men. I am telling you, it is powerful.
Right.
So that iron sharpen iron is for real.
Yeah.
It is a very serious thing. I mean,
I can't get empowered to be a man by a woman.
No.
I can't.
No.
I mean, I can get compliments. She says I smell good all day long, but when I need another man to tell me to get up and do the right
thing. Let's run this race, yo.
Let's run. Let's go. Stop whining, Will,
that sound like a
and let's go.
Excuse me.
and it gets confusing when I have a woman do that.
Yeah. I hear you.
Because then I start, looking up to women.
Yeah.
Wondering what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Because you've been holding it down in so many areas, and I haven't seen a brother do
it. And they are supposed to be. That's your position in life. And I remember looking at this movie, and it kind of even added to how I got Walking in Your Woman even more. It was oh God, I can't believe I can't think of what it was, but it's in my bio. And it talks about how she was one of the top execs in her field. And the guy was starting to kind of come on to her a little bit, and he was keeping her more and more away from home.
Right.
And she was like, wait a minute. Then her kids or her family or something, they called her. And she said this very thing. She said, trying to be a man is a waste of being a woman. I said, what?
See?
Okay. I get it. And that's where another part of Walking in Your Woman came from.
And when you said that, it just, when a man actually walks in who he's supposed to be, it frees up the woman.
It sure does.
To really embrace all the beauty, wisdom, and majesty that she is. Because she doesn't have to, she's just not carrying dual roles.
Nope.
She doesn't have to be the man, the father, and the woman. She can just be the beautiful, incredible woman she is.
Yeah, and listen,
that the man needs.
I was one of those women that was very vocal. And my husband said to me one time, "Oh, you just want to be the man in the house." I was like, "What the? What? Why would I want to do that? That didn't even make any sense to me." But that is what I was portraying. That's how strong I was in my demeanor. That's how,
I remember with the security. I used to do security at the church.
Here we go. Oh.
And there was a gentleman we were having
some
problems with. And my sister, now I was going to handle it. I was going to have the team. She was already, we need to go. And I'm like, wait. I'm sorry, head usher.
What y'all need? What y'all need?
And Marie started, all right, you think women can't fight? And I'm like,
I forget my bishop saying it just as clear. You are a lady.
You're
not below security.
He handled it much better than me.
I got laid out by.
I was about to pepper spray her. Because I'm like, because it's like, I got this. She's like $135. I'm like $275, and I'm like, wait, you think I can't handle this?
That's so crazy. Isn't that crazy how we as women get that turned around, thinking that that's what we should be? I can almost cry. Thinking that's what we should be doing, like covering ourselves, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing. Our men are supposed to be doing it. Now listen, don't get it twisted up, women who are single. That's not what we're saying to you. We're not saying that you can't provide the love and support and protection that you have for your family. That's not, because that's the position that you may be in right at this moment. But what we are saying is, do not, when that man does come,
When
into
you
your
find a
life.
good man,
Allow him to be that.
Right, let him be a man.
Yes.
And look, from all the time I've spent in counseling, I know because of the way our society is now, it's going to be an awkward adjustment when you actually find a good man that knows who he is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's why I'm talking to my men. You have to help her with that. You cannot come in apologetically because you want to protect and support. You can't do it. You have to. I mean, you got to be bold, and it doesn't mean you're always right. I'm not saying that.
I'm so sorry I'm opening the door for you.
Right.
What?
Stop that.
I'm so sorry I'm paying bills.
I mean, we start thinking that, we're not some fix-me-up project. We are, we are a godly, blessed man with a purpose. And you have to know that, because if you don't, no one else around you is. Your woman cannot give you that. You have to own it and know it.
And be fully in it. To step fully into who you are as a man and hold your position. Don't be knocked off.
Yeah, you're going to be tested. Don't worry.
Because we can be a little rough at times. I even said to Will, why am I doing this subject? I don't need to be doing this. I need to bring somebody else to do this. But I understand now, because I understand the fact that was me. That was so me. And I wish my husband was here to be like, yup, that was he can probably tell you for sure that was me. But I'm just so grateful to allow myself to step back so that he can step in, because I can't take all this on one.
And you're not meant to.
I'm not meant to.
No.
I'm not meant to at all. I mean, like with Deborah, I just want to touch on her real quick. She was a judge. She knew who she was. She stood fully in her role as position as judge by her husband, but she also knew that her husband was king. She knew he was the top gun. She was like, look, I got this right here. You want me to ride beside you on this horse as we going into battle? If not, I'll step back, whatever it is that you need. But she knew her position and she knew his. And that's how they were able to take over territories. Take over territories. That's powerful.
I remember when Dee Dee was having a part time at one of her jobs, because the boss was really just, talking to her wrong. And she had called my wife, but then my wife told me, I said, don't worry, I got this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right, and that's exactly,
That's what
I went straight to the job.
Yeah.
Talked to Dee in front of him. I said, you can leave if you want to. I'll take you right now.
Yeah.
Then when she said, no, I'm going to stay a little bit longer. I'm going to try to finish out my shift. The boss came and talked to me.
I bet he did.
And I said, you cannot talk to my daughter like that.
And you meant that.
Yeah. I said, you. In fact, you it was really funny because I said, you can't talk to any of your employees like that. You're working with young people. They need encouragement.
Right.
And he was from another country, and I said, I'm not sure how you do it there, but there are business classes. I went there. There are business classes on how to manage your employees.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to come here again and hear this happen.
What you gonna do? Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
But I didn't have to say what I was gonna do.
Yeah, you just have to hold that position.
And it never happened again.
I bet it didn't. I bet it didn't.
In fact, every time he sees me there, he's like, "How you doing, Mr. Singleton? How's Dee Dee doing? Blah blah blah." And I was like, "She's good. She's good.
She's good. She's good. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, and another thing that we can probably end on this, but I wish that I wasn't the only face they saw in school. Like the example that you just gave.
Yeah.
I wish it was more my husband. Please don't try to degrade him or take him down, because he's not here to really defend himself. But I'm telling you what I did in my relationship, so you can understand and know that it wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy situation. It wasn't something that I even wanted, but it's something that I created. Yeah. And with that, my husband did become silent. So I wish that had never happened, because now it's taking him some time to gather his steps and to gain his footing. But he's in there. You hear me? What you said?
And sometimes, when you have a husband or a boyfriend or whoever that is silent, they might just need you to ask them because they don't know, because they've never seen it.
That's true.
Yeah, they
That's
might
true.
say, and you might have to say, look, I need you to do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and that's very true.
You
Yeah.
know, because I don't know too many men
step in.
that won't respond to that.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
mind you, there's a lot of silent stuff going on where you think he should know. A lot of these men today don't know.
They do not
They
know.
don't know.
They do not know.
They don't.
And they'll say to you, I wish you would have told me before. So I could have known, because I don't know these things. So I don't even know how to. And my husband, he has to have an answer to oh dear God, to everything. I'm just to absolutely. He's a super duper analyst. He's analytical. I'm telling you, out the wazoo. He has to. He's a fixer, and this is just who he is.
Right.
But you know, I've learned to be able to step back and allow him to do what he needs to do, and he'll tell me, "Now I got this." Okay.
Yeah. And see, and that's a wonderful thing. When a man actually steps up and acts in his manhood. So we're gonna finish on that note. I'm gonna pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for these topics that you give us. Thank you for the wisdom you put in our minds that come out, in our conversation. Thank you for Marie being here to go fearlessly into these discussions with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate the people that watch this show, Lord. And please just touch each and every one of us to make changes in their life that will bring life.